What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of This Is the Police. Whoop whoop. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and continue to be the police chief in a city that is falling apart. I'm not even sure if the game's winnable at this point, in all honesty. From some of the stuff I've seen, the game seems very contrived to make you fail and to give you things that you can't do anything about. And so honestly, I'm not sure, but we're gonna do the best we can as we play the game, and hopefully it all turns out all right. A crocodile was found in an inner city river. Farmer claims government poisoned harvest. Projectionist accidentally plays porn at last picture show. Yeah, I mean, part of me is just curious. Just see the majesty of porn played on, like, an IMAX screen, you know what I mean? Like, just curious. It's not even, like, stimulating. It's just like, I just want to see what it would look like. Curiosity wins, but, you know, it's an honest mistake. You mix up the reels, and that's how it goes down. I got tickets to go watch filming of a TV show. I've always wanted to be on TV. Can I have the day off? No. My band is playing a charity concert for sick children. No. Learn to schedule better. My favorite opening today is starring my favorite actor. Can I go? No. Man, you guys really need to learn the 2-week rule. Like, if you got shit you want to do, you put it on the schedule and you request a day off 2 weeks in advance. Not the day of. All y'all coming to work and there's nothing you can do about it. Shut up and get at your desks. I have no idea what song we're about to listen to. I pick at random now. Ooh. This one's got kind of a jam beat going on. Oh, goody. City Hall's gonna pull some shit. For several years, we have constantly been pestered by the LGBT organization with its constant whining about gay rights. Recently, things have been relatively quiet, but last week, 3 high school teachers were fired under laws banning the promotion of homosexuality among adolescents. These teachers spread LGBT brochures among our school children, teaching them tolerance. We dismissed them fairly and according to the law, but activists are gathered outside the school rioting in protest. The children aren't there to learn about men kissing all the rest of their circus. The participants need to be taught a lesson so that they'll think twice the next time they climb out of their holes. Good lord. Teaching them terrible things like tolerance. God. School children. They're high schoolers. Calm down. That's about the age where you should be teaching them about how the hair gets split with like lesbian, gay, bisexual, straight, asexual, all that kind of stuff. Teach them that there are other preferences, you know what I mean? There are other outlooks on life. Oh, God. We can't lose officers right now. I'm going to have to repress this shit. I don't want to. But it's like the game seems designed to make you lose if you don't take these requests. And you can lose. You can, like, not make it to the end of the game and just get fired. And so anyways, we will send some people out that way. And apparently uses up my SWAT and my paddy wagon for the day, too. Jack, the teachers were actually fired according to local law, as barbaric as it is. However, the protesters have a right to assemble and express themselves as long as nobody's in danger. I have a couple of ideas about how you can cover yourself if things go sideways. So, we can forge evidence that makes Martin Robbins a bigot against gay people. Or we can forge evidence against the church, which says that we confessed, and then a priest blackmailed us by saying we have to repress gay people, otherwise they'll give out a list of our sins. I'm gonna go with the church, because I can't lose an officer. So there it is. This game makes me feel slimy, you know that? I just feel shitty when I play this game. There's no happy feelings. Threatening phone calls. Ola Paget says it's the second time a man called her on the phone and threatened her, saying he's going to feed lead to her whole family. I heard some men laughing in the background, talking about how they can't wait to finally try out their new machine guns on live targets, said Miss Paget. I'm quite a well-known political activist in Freeburg, so the threats could be related to my work. I mean, I don't really have anybody to send out. I got some people, but it's not a lot. I mean, if they end up needing backup or anything like that, there's nobody to come. Thoroughfares, the police station. Our labor market should be full. All 14 cop slots are all filled up. See, I should have waited a day, but sometimes I wait 4 or 5 days and nobody comes through. Look, we've got Putin. He can be a detective. I mean, I would love to swap out Grimes with somebody else like Roca. But at a certain point, I don't know. Water under the bridge, spilt milk and all that. Yep. Take care of it, and I'll just wait for terrible things to happen. There's nobody to send. Oh, good. They actually managed to make it happen. And we found an automatic weapon. I'm going to proceed, and we will ask the Mafia to sell that, because I just spent a ton of money. Oh. Well, that's not good. Prostitution and child molestation. Let's figure out what we want to do here. So this one, prostitution. Russell Slifer is enraged at the presence of prostitutes along the road on the outskirts of the city. Apparently there are a dozen prostitutes lined up, practically throwing themselves at the passing vehicles. Some are exposing their breasts and asses in an attempt to attract customers. Get over here right away and deal with this shamelessness. Fine then. I apologize that there are people in this world trying to brighten your day. I'll send the paddy wagon too. And for this one, child molestation. How is it... schoolgirl Kathleen Campos said her friend Stacy Payne gave the teacher a greeting card decorated with a heart. The teacher made an obscene joke and told her to come to his office after school. I pretended I was leaving, but then I went back and listened at the door, the frightened girl continued. At first they were talking quietly, but then there was a commotion and screaming and crying. Oof. This job will make you old, man. This job will make you an old man. Jesus. Officers out. Officers away. Roka needs to get some XP, so I may send him out to go after whoever's doing the theft thing for... We gotta solve this case at some point. We haven't gotten around to it. All of our jobs are hella far away today, too. Like, concerningly far away. Through glass doors, you can see a male figure trying to climb on top of a struggling woman who he's thrown onto a couch. Schoolgirl is crying loudly. Knock loudly and order him to open it? I don't know. Where's he going to go? He's inside of an office. Prostitution. So Roka got a little bit of XP right there as well. I was hoping we'd bring back some cash or something that we could launder from that little excursion, but doesn't look like it's going down like that. There's a mass riot in the park. Well, I mean, hopefully somebody gets back on time. Ah, I clicked it. I clicked that. A man was frightened by a horror film festival. Oh, good. It was a false alarm. Hooray. I was a little worried. Should I send somebody to do the theft right now? It's going to take 2 officers and Mole. Like, if we send Mitchell and Roka, that'll help him level up quickly. I'd rather send Anderson, though. Send Anderson. Send them over there, and we hope just nothing happens. And then as far as our investigations go, we have a domestic problem over here. We should be able to send just a couple of officers over to that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read it. I apologize, that was my fault. Sometimes I get into the heat of the moment, and I just start clicking things. A suspicious individual in Desire Parks. Woman says she went out for a jog, and there's a man in a hood behind her. A black guy in a hood behind her. I was unable to get away from him. I was afraid this bastard's lurking in the park waiting for another girl. We'll send people out. I don't know. You have to respond to calls as a police officer. City prosecutors have reason to believe you seriously exceeded judicial powers during today's protest. We're calling you in for official questioning. That's fine. I don't care. Wrong place. Okay, so that's going to be the one that we want to hit up. Hopefully all the rest of this turns out to be nothing. Domestic problem. No one was quarreling. The man was working out to a loud TV. The woman was making a salad, cut her finger badly, and was running to the neighbor's house to call an ambulance. Her husband was only trying to stop the bleeding with a towel. Okay, we've got an attempted murder. The man in question was a medical student who also happens to run at night. Hooray for psychotic racists. What's going on over here is an attempted murder. Hurry, there's some guys here who caught a transvestite and decided they'd work him over. They stripped the guy's tights and they're acting like they're going to lynch him with them. So they're going to hang him over a bar. Alright, well, let me see who I can get back into the office before we make any decisions about who gets deployed and who doesn't. Come on, there we go. We made it. Let's send Mitchell. Robbins, Roka, and the paddy wagon, please. I could probably send less, but what are you going to do? So we have an investigation here that we need to get taken care of for drug sales as well. It's possible that now I have time to send people out on this one too. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully we'll resolve this case without any outstanding issues. It doesn't seem like it's going to be anything worse than just picking up the doctor at his house and bringing him back, so I don't think we'll have many problems. It's basically the end of the day anyways. Having a look at our drug sales investigation, we only have 2 on that one, actually, because a bunch are assigned to that one. Details-wise, I assume they went into the bathroom, they exchanged the drugs. Well, no, there's them in the bar. Did they say what the old man looks like? Because it looks like we've got 2 different gentlemen going in here. Guy in a white jacket got the cherry juice and then went with some bearded guy. So that's more than likely the one that we have right there. He did drugs. They exchanged. There it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The suspect is Bruno Savini, who is a student. So that's easy enough to resolve. Essentially, it's the end of the day right now. There's nobody else to come, so handle it the best you can. There you go. You got it done. I believed in you. I knew you could get it done. The offender has been caught. 20 points to everybody involved. Close the case so our detectives get a little bit better at their jobs. And that's it. Let's end the day. Let's go home and get some sleep. It's 3 in the morning. I ain't feeling this noise anymore. How come Roca has such a low energy right now? Huh. Police Academy student selling cocaine. Crazy Arms film flop. Police use force during LGBT protest. Not a lot I can do about that one, unfortunately.
All the information about Laura, just like you asked.
Mr. Boyd, keep your voice down. Someone could be listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emma. It's my first time doing something like this. Here's the envelope. Everything's in there.
Fine. Mr. Boyd, please write for Mr. Fry on this envelope and drop it in the mailbox across the street.
What? I don't want this handled like it's some kind of game.
Mr. Boyd, those are the rules. Now please, lower your voice.
Fine. Okay, Emma. I'll put this envelope in the mailbox across the street, just like you said. Wonder how that damn Mr. Fry is going to get an envelope out of the mailbox.
Talking to yourself, Mr. Boyd? And we thought we'd have to catch you at the police station. But it turns out Jack Boyd has come down to meet us personally. Do you know why we're here, Mr. Boyd?
I don't even know who you are.
My name is Eugene Chaffee. I'm a businessman. Rather, a restaurateur. Although I usually tell everyone I'm a businessman. Which sounds better? Businessman or restaurateur?
Oh, I think I've heard of you. You have a restaurant and a slaughterhouse. And you serve refried veal steaks.
Well, refried veal steaks isn't my only business, but perhaps it's what I'm best known for. I thought it was time we meet, Mr. Boyd, and my friend here. I believe you're already acquainted. His name is Troy Starr.
Never heard of him. So what do you want, Mr. Chaffee? Looking for a spokesman for your beef products? I recently changed my image and my hair.
Eugene and I really want to help you, Mr. Boyd. Although after our phone call, I've had my doubts. I was making love to my wife, and you called me and told me to fuck myself. That kind of behavior is rude and inappropriate, Mr. Boyd.
I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Starr. Just thumbing my nose at that prick mayor of ours. You keep making love to your wife, or did I ruin the mood?
There's a nice cafe around the corner. Spare us a couple of minutes of your time, Mr. Boyd. Lately, I've been so busy that I rarely get to sit and relax in such a nice place, and with such interesting company.
Get to the point, Mr. Chaffee. I'm busy, too. In fact, I think I hear some teenagers next door robbing and raping an old woman. Maybe she's your aunt.
You see, Mr. Boyd.
Good morning. What do you want?
A big mug of beer.
We don't serve big mugs of beer.
Then a small mug of beer.
We don't have beer in any size glasses. This is a family restaurant. Moms and dads come with small children. I can bring you a lollipop to suck on.
Monica, where's your famous charm? Bring the gentleman a beer. I'm sure you've got a bottle under the counter. Check between the dead cats and the dried heads of your ex-boyfriends. This man, by the way, is your police chief.
Don't be silly. The police chief has a bald spot the size of a toilet seat.
So, as I was...
Oh, I'm sorry, Eugene. It's Rogers. Probably forgot how to wipe his ass.
When you're 82, Troy, you'll probably forget you need to wipe your ass at all. But very well, run along. We can continue without you. So, Mr. Boyd, as you may already know, the official job of my old friend Mr. Starr is to cause trouble for you. But believe me, it's not out of malice. It's to maintain his cover at City Hall. But to somewhat balance out this trouble, I've decided to help you out. Every day, pay close attention to your morning newspaper, Mr. Boyd. You'll find messages hidden among the pages. Simple notes, but make no mistake, the information you'll find there is extremely useful. You see, Troy Starr isn't my only spy. That's it, Mr. Boyd. I told you it would only take a couple of minutes. I wouldn't want to disturb you while you're enjoying your drink. Keep in touch, my dear little cupcake. Oh yes, I'm quite good at puns.
Never imagined what meeting Robespierre would be like, but I certainly didn't figure the first thing he'd do was buy me a drink. Getting them to serve a beer at a family cafe? And this Robespierre has some strange superpowers. Strange, but not entirely useless.
Where is everybody on shift B? What? Where is everybody? Hold on. I gotta check this out. I'm not sure what's going on. Something has happened here, though. Chief, we heard enough about you during church service. We quit. Oh my god. You gotta be joking me. This is the worst. I don't have the emotions to feel right now to properly express myself. Like, part of me just wants to start screaming and just being like, "Ah!" So I guess we'll just hire new officers. Oh, they're all so bad. Oh god, this is not gonna turn out well. I bet we're gonna have so many calls today too. Oh, I am not looking forward to today. Bad things are just gonna piss down on me. We're gonna have to take her for B as well, although she's no good. We didn't lose one of our good detectives there, so that's fine. Hopefully City Hall decides to throw us a bone. We have a theft. Elderly security guard Robert Childress saw 6 people break through a hole in the fence around a construction yard, climb onto the site, and start filling up the cart with bricks. At first, the guard was only worried about the stolen building materials, but then the thieves started climbing into more dangerous construction areas. He began to fear for their lives. These idiots are going to get themselves killed. Put her on it. Oh yeah, they won't respond to calls anymore because they don't do their job. There's a robbery in the ghetto that we're not going to be able to respond to. We have something going down at 11:40. We don't want any policemen crashing the party. Okay. One of the suspects was running around and fell down an elevator shaft. Almost fell down. He's standing right in the next to the edge, and there's terror in his eyes. We've got drug possession at the burger place. We've got a robbery over here. A young man has just been robbed. Called in a report. He came to the gate with a knife and demanded my wallet. And he caught me and pushed me to the ground. I dished my wallet. He took my watch, my shoes, and even my belt. My mother gave that to me. Unfortunately, it's kind of one thing at a time right now. I can't help with everything. Eleanor Compton went to wash her hands before eating, but wandered into the cafe's kitchen by mistake. Saw several bags of white powder. I know cocaine a mile away. I watch TV. It's a restaurant. probably flour. A young man who has just been called, robbed to report. It's not 11:40 yet, so we'll send somebody out for this one. That one's got to be a false alarm. Mr. Boyd, you don't know me, and I suppose that's just as well. As for what I do, you probably wouldn't approve, so I won't trouble you with the unnecessary details, but I'll get straight to the point. For one very specific, let's call it an operation, I need 3 dead police officers, 1 female, and 2 male. Race and age don't matter. I'll be returning in a couple of days to collect the bodies. We wouldn't want them to start decomposing. I'm not entirely sure what this guy wants. Man, I regret that LGB thing. I should have just let it go and lost 1 officer. That's the thing, is you can never tell with this game. Like, you can't gradually lose 1 officer over and over and over again, because then you won't have enough police force to do anything. But then, if you try to go the other way and be like, alright, I'll play ball for City Hall then, you still got people walking out all over the place. And, like, it's like, I can't take the rap for knocking over the protest. I had to have something to cover my ass, and so it's like, Jesus Christ. This game makes you a terrible person. I don't know what this guy wants. He wants me to kill officers, which is kind of confusing. Which I'm absolutely not going to do. Yeah, Mrs. Compton saw several transparent bags packed with ordinary salt and miscooked the contents for cocaine. Salt is, unless it's like really, really powdery salt, that seems a little coarse grained to me. This lady seems a little naive. She needs to stop watching, she needs to stop watching so much Law and Order. I don't think we're going to be able to respond to just about anything today. Unfortunately, I can't call in people from the other shift either, just to get them here rapidly. As far as that case goes, we have no active gang stuff going on. We have arrest the suspects for that one. That's going to have to wait till tomorrow. There's not a lot I can do on that one. We got the offender there, so that's cool. Animal assault on this side. A man just called in. His voice was high-pitched and he sounded hysterical. Hello, police? Some kind of beast broke into my apartment. It's running all over everywhere. God, 1 bite from this thing and I'm dead. Hurry. It's probably like a squirrel or some shit. A double homicide at the Everyday Mall. I don't really have anybody to work on it, but an unidentified man who was unable to pay it. The guard reacted by killing the cashier. Then the security guard and fled the scene. Wow, that guy went ham. A large wasp got into the man's house. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for doing as we asked. Here's the amount that we agreed upon. I do wish you could call in the Sands for more interesting things. I wish there was more options there to make my life a little bit easier, but I don't know. This shift will probably survive. It sucks that we lost really, really high-ranking people, but maybe we'll make it happen. There's a rape. Cynthia Jason filed a complaint against a workman in her building. It appears he's been very vulgar and follows her around. I've never seen such a horrible jerk. Punish him. Well, do you have anything, like, to prove this? Like, that's the problem with, like, things like that, is it could just be he said, she said. Jack, you got into our business when you got into the... Open an investigation regarding a double homicide. It would be better for both of us if the whole thing is settled by 16 to 4:01. It's 4:20 right now. Okay, so just archive, yeah. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Just archive the damn thing. I need 4 police today. It's a very important day for my daughter. She's getting married and I want everything to be perfect. I am a very powerful businessman. We're talking the kind of success you can't get without making enemies. I can't help with that. Yep, that's about what I had figured. Maintenance worker Billy Sue's behavior Cynthia Jackson complained about had only whistled as the girl passed by. Obviously unacceptable behavior, but it's difficult to dedicate officers to a call like that. Let's see. According to an anonymous source, a house registered to Ernest Franklin is being used to produce and store large quantities of drugs. Mr. Franklin has a record a mile long, including illegal weapons and drug charges. Last time we had him in here, he just opened fire on some teenagers for climbing into his yard to retrieve a basketball. Okay. We might make it out on that one. I don't know. I don't know if this is a wise decision. This seems like a very poor decision. A woman called in, speaking in awestruck praise. I hear from my wall the trumpeting of angels. Oh, the Lord comes, behold his glory. The television was right. We're definitely not going to that one. Offender escaped. Civilian killed. I got nobody to respond. I don't really know what you want me to do right now. I got nothing. There's nobody to come in, so you better handle it by yourself. Civilian killed. Loot found a ficus. Why did they lose when they caught the offender? Why did they still lose points? Why would the mafia need to sell a ficus? It's a ficus. Apparently selling plants requires a mob endorsement or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's a joke item? I don't know. Either way, oh man, they got away. I will not skip, sir. Not when criminality is on the rise. I will not skip at all. There's nobody for me to send. We're a little bit screwed right now. And it turns out that one was a false alarm, exactly as I had figured. Oh my god. Well, we can send somebody out for public indecency. Apparently somebody's running around causing issues and getting grappled. So we'll take care of that. God. I'm glad it doesn't take more officers, though. I mean, that's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing. It could be worse for us. Like, bad things could happen. I am not happy about today, though. Today was a bad day to be a police officer. This was one of those days where I just feel like I made all the wrong decisions and nothing went right. I need to send somebody to that, too, but it's like, should I do it right now? Should I do it later? There's no gang investigations. Like, I don't know what timing I should use to send that over there. Like, I'd prefer to spend, for the investigations, I prefer to send somebody a little bit more qualified, I guess. Oh, shit. Alright, so it shut him down on me again. I guess that'll wait for a little while. Report came back. Everything is good right there. And so, life is good for now, I guess. I don't know. Life will be good until City Hall calls us tomorrow. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all later. This is the police. If you wanted to purchase it for yourself, obviously, I've got linkies for you down below. Bye, everybody.